Hey everybody. Yes, if this looks strange, I'm actually in my pajamas. I just had a bath, and I'm drinking beer in the cup holder given to me by my friend Mick and Fumi. And I'm sitting in the car. It's at night. Emily and Yumiko are watching. We have a really, really small place. Very typical in Japan. And Emily and Yumiko are watching a drama now about... there's all kinds of people walking by looking at me wondering what the heck I'm doing. This guy's doing sitting in the car all by himself, talking to himself. Anyway, they're watching a drama. And I don't want to disturb them, so I came out here, drink my beer, and talk to you. Molly just did a really neat video. I have him only halfway through it, basically just talking. And it's like 20 minutes of Molly talking. And that's some of the most interesting stuff. Molly's a really interesting guy, and sometimes he might get the impression at work that I don't want to hear what he has to say. It's simply because when I'm at work, I'm a nose to the grindstone guy, and I tend to take it to an extreme. But really, what Molly's a great his ability at conversation is one of the things that caused me to encourage him to give YouTube a try. Because I found him such a fascinating person to talk to. So funny, so interesting, so engaging in so many ways. And watching the video right now that I was watching, I stopped halfway to come out here to talk to you. Watching the video really is a delight to me, because at first Molly was a little bit, when he first started making his video, he wasn't all Molly, he was lowercase Molly. And if you know Mully, the Mully is supposed to be all uppercase, capital M, capital U, capital double L, and capital Y. It's all uppercase. And watching this video, I can see that all uppercase Mully is here, and I'm really glad to see that. So go give his video a try, a listen. I'll put a link down below in the link section there. But the reason I wanted to make this video is it's taking me a while to get to the point. I've already finished a tall one. Peter over at the forum, at the Softy Papa forum, had a question for me about the time it takes to drive into the mountains when I go do my hiking. And so I was going to start typing up the answer, and I said, it's probably easier just to go out and make a video and respond to it. And I think that is. And the answer basically, Peter, it's a great question. And the answer is that it depends on where I want to go. If you ever look on a Google Earth map of the Shizuoka area, you'll notice that behind us, directly behind where we're situated on the ocean here, behind us is a vast open area. And there are, truly endless places that I could explore. I tend to focus on about 3 different places. And when it comes down to it, it's really just one area, and that is my favorite place to explore. And I could spend the rest of my life exploring that one area there, and I would never saturate it. It's immense, and the things that I could see there. The other 2 places, the other one place is nearby, is in the same distance, but the third place is relatively close, and actually I can get there by bicycle. There's one other place, 4th place, which I'll finalize at the end. Okay, so the first 2 places I go, I call them the deep wilderness, and it's not really a super wilderness, nothing like the deep boreal forests of Minnesota or anything like that, or we're getting out into the Canadian wilderness, which is, there's some wilderness out there. Nothing like that. And it's not even as deep as it can get in Shizuoka. You can go way farther than I go. But I call it that because it's deep relative to the area. And once I get there, I really feel remote. And it takes me, if I hop in the car, if I started up the car right now, which I couldn't do because I'm drinking, and I took off, I could be in that area in about 50 minutes of driving. So less than an hour to get to the deep wilderness area. The other place that I go explore is relatively the same. But the one that is nearby, which I only recently began to explore in earnest, I kind of discovered it last year. I've always known about it, but I kind of discovered it last year when I started doing some bicycle expeditions. And this year I'm really discovering it in earnest. I can drive there in 15 minutes. I can ride my bicycle there in 40 minutes. and I can be I can leave my bicycle and be in a canyon amidst waterfalls and all that stuff, not a sight or sound of people anywhere, in an hour in that place on bicycle. So this illustrates something that's interesting about Japanese culture, that in the cities there tends to be a strong division line between your urban, and suddenly you're not even suburban, you're rural. It goes urban, rural. Whereas in my own country, the United States, it goes urban, suburban, rural, and you have this suburban buffer zone. It doesn't exist, at least in Shizuoka. The suburban zone really doesn't exist, and where it does exist, it's very slight. You really do. You go urban and rural, and that brings me to the fourth place, which is right over here, right behind where I live. I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn the light off for a second. Can you see some of the lights up there? There's a few houses around here. This is a housey area. There's houses and stuff. It was farm fields when my wife was a kid, but there's houses now. I can get out of the car and walk, and in 10 minutes I will pass what I call the last street light, and I will be in farmlands as beautiful and as genuine as any in the mountains that I travel elsewhere. The only difference is out here during the day, if it's sunny, I'm bound to see people all over the stinking place. And it's nothing against people. it's not my cup of tea to be hiking around where people are. They're all over the place, signs of humanity everywhere. I mean, we are really close by. And it's a popular area for people to go and hike around. So I only go there in the early morning when I'm not likely to see people, or in the evening. I tend to avoid it during the day. So 10 minutes behind me, I can be in the stuff if I want to. I'll go up on a rainy day, just fine. I mean, 10 minutes I can be up there, and it's as good as the deep mountains, except it doesn't have the steep canyons and the waterfalls. So there you go, Peter. There's an answer for you. Thank you for your interest. I appreciate it, and I do hope, my friend, that I get a chance to share with this type of experience with you in person one day. Hope you'll come over and join me. And everybody, just a quick shout out for the Softy Papa Forum. Even though it's got the name of an avatar on YouTube that I use, it's actually not all about me. It's about Softy Papa. It's all about Japan, and it's a place for like-minded individuals who are interested in Japan to come together and talk. And I'm going to put the link right down there below. And I'm going to be talking more about the Softy Papa Forum here and on my other channels, especially the Softy Papa channel, on a going forward basis. Those the fellas that put that together, including Peter there, and all the others. And I just mentioned Peter now because he was the one I was targeting this video towards, but there are a group of people over there that put that forum together and manage it, and they do a great job, and great people over there. And I'd like to invite anyone interested in sharing about Japan to come on over as well. Go check out MULLY's video, and I'll see you all later. I'm going to go back in the house and finish my beer. Good night, everybody. I'll leave a light off.